Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Guys, welcome back to this channel. As usual, I am your host Sellssi. So the Euros is over. England, unfortunately, could not bring it home, and they lost on penalty shootouts. Historically, the English have not been great at penalties, and that did not change in this Euros. That promised so much for them. The Italians emerged deserved winners, and today we're going to talk about the final, the fallout from the final, and other issues going forward for international football across the world. As usual, subscribe if you have not, click on the notification bell to get more updates. Before I get into today's news, ahead of the season, we have partnered with OneXBet, and OneXBet is offering you amazing promotions, amazing odds on their platform. The season is coming, 29 days to the kickoff of the English Premier League season, along with other leagues which are beginning in a month's time. Open an account with OneXBet with the link pinned here as a first comment. Sahara is the promo code, and a lot using that promo code Sahara. So to today's news, and we're going to talk about the Euros. Last night, England could not end their 55-year wait for a trophy after they had won the World Cup in 1966. They made it to their first ever final, and as you know, the English know how to hype themselves sort of. Most of them started talking about bringing it home. It's coming home, it's coming home, and it's a sort of mockery to themselves that it's coming home. Really, it doesn't really mean that they will win the tournament, but it's sort of a funny way of doing it, and many people saw it as arrogance. Mostly it was not arrogance, but you know how we misinterpret things sometimes. Going into the game, the English had played all their games, 6 out of the 7 games at Wembley, and the home support has been really important for them going throughout this whole competition. They went into the game and got to a fast start. Luke Shaw, after some great play from the English team, got the goal, and you should know the roof was on fire. A lot of celebration of that goal in the first minute of the game, and you would think that the Italians were going to have a long night ahead of them. Well, for the first 20 minutes, England were the best team, but right after that, they sort of developed a negative mentality throughout the whole game, and it was not great tactics, in my opinion, from Gareth Southgate. Throughout the tournament, there have been talks and complaints about him having his leg on the brake whilst trying to accelerate. He has a lot of great attackers in the team: Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, all pacey players, but he hardly used them. Jack Grealish, who has been England's best player throughout this tournament, did not even get to start at the final, and it was unfortunate that they could not, or we could not, see English attackers who are capable in full flow. Well, you cannot blame him. It worked, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. That tactics had sent them all the way to the final. You do not expect him to change it in the final. I did not expect that to happen. Well, they should have been a bit more positive, because it cost them later on in the game when the Italians came back through Leonardo Bonucci, a scrambled effort into the back of the net after Jordan Pickford had saved Verratti's header. It fell into the path of Bonucci, and that was 1-1. After that point on, the Italians were the better side. Chiesa, one of the top performers for them in the second half. Into extra time the game went, and England was staring down the barrel of penalty shootouts, which historically they have not been good at. However, they had won a penalty shootout against Colombia in the 2018 World Cup, but they could not banish those demons once again this time around. It was really unfortunate, especially considering the players that missed the penalties. Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford were brought in 1 minute to the end of the game, second half extra time, to play penalties. I would say these are the type of players you would want to have at least a 10 to 15 minutes on the pitch, because clearly the Italian defense, with a 37-year-old Leonardo Bonucci and a 36-year-old Giorgio Chiellini, were really going to be up against it. They left the fullbacks Whiteley too were not great. Emerson, not a great replacement for Spinazzola. But Gareth Southgate probably saw the game differently than we all did and decided to bring on his most swashbuckling and full pacey wingers getting to the end of extra time to play penalties. What a wrong call that must have been. Into the penalty shootout, and the two keepers, I have to say Jordan Pickford surprised me a lot. Pickford, I didn't think he could save any of the penalties, but he did make amazing saves for the Three Lions and almost got them through to win the trophy for the first time. His teammates, however, could not oblige with good kicks as the first miss of the penalty shootout came at the hands of Marcus Rashford, who had come on just a few seconds to the end of the whole game to play penalties. Followed by Jadon Sancho, another player who came along with Rashford to play penalties. And the most damning and painful kick that decided the whole game was Bukayo Saka. Jorginho, who many thought would have scored the goal, also missed, Pickford making an amazing save, parrying it onto the bar. But it was Saka, a 19-year-old, who I don't remember him ever taking penalties even for Arsenal, who had to be the one to miss. It was quite unfortunate and it was predictable what was to follow. Racist comments have followed since those guys missed their penalties, and it has not been great for them since then. We are sorry by what has been going on social media. Quite disappointed by what has been going on social media. Well, this is why some people really don't want the English to win. Some of them are so full of it. They say you learn more about some people when they don't get what they want. They didn't get the trophy. That does not mean you have to racially abuse them. The FA has come out with a statement talking highly against the racial abuse that was directed towards the three players, unfortunately all black players, that missed the penalty on the day. It was unfortunate and it's not the right way for this game to go. Bukayo Saka is a 19-year-old. There were critics saying that why should other players, Luke Shaw, Jack Grealish and the likes, allow a 19-year-old to step up to play a penalty when they are there? Well, one player responded to that, and that was Jack Grealish. He posted, replying to a Sky Sports tweet. He quoted it and said that there were a lot of decisions that the coach took that were right, and he wanted to kick the ball. He wanted to play the penalties. But apparently from this tweet, it looks like it was the decision of the coach to have Bukayo Saka play it. I still feel he could have insisted and had his way. But yes, you cannot disregard the instructions from the coach. And if Gareth Southgate really did say that, I'm baffled by that. This is a guy who has never played a penalty in his life since his playing career for Arsenal. And you want him to step up and take an all-important kick, a kick he cannot afford to miss. That was not fair. But that is football, that is life, and anyone who steps up to take a penalty is really brave, considering the circumstances and pressures they are under most of the time when taking those kicks. So that's how it ended, and Italy were crowned champions. Deserved? Yes. But this loss is of the doing of the coach of England, being negative in his playing style after going ahead with amazing football in the first 20 minutes, being negative in terms of sitting back and allowing the pressure to pile up, and it was surely going to be cracked. They did not play well, and when it got to the all-important penalty shootout, the choice of kickers was not the best. Use experienced, trusted kickers, as the Italians did. Not to say they will not miss, but their chances of scoring are better. It happens, and good. Takes me back to the time of David Jetta Asamoah, a tweet coming out from the GFA apologizing to Asamoah for being bashed for so long. Even till now, he is still attacked for the penalty miss versus Uruguay. But that is the story of the Euros tournament, which has been a great competition from 11th of June to the 11th of July. We watched 24 teams battle it out, 51 games, and the Italians emerged triumphant. Congratulations to them, commiserations to England. Better luck next time. Next year we have the World Cup to look forward to, and it's sure going to be a great one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on the Euros final and whether the English could have done better. Idly deserved champions in your opinion. Your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Don't forget to open an account with 1xBet.